What is going on, everybody? We are back. This is season 4 of Brownie Postgame. This is officially back season 4. And we're rocking and rolling. You'll notice that Bonzo's not here right now. He may call in. He's going to text me. He's currently away from his studio. And my dad's also out of his studio. So it might just be me today, which is totally fine. Appreciate it. I want to give a big shout out to everybody who's currently in chat. Gabe Zillatron, Chubbawubba Hub 24, Jonathan Schlegel. We've got Ham Bone in the house. Ryan Brown is here. Mids Plug is here. Lynn Savage is in the house. Cleveland Ethan is also in the house. Rocking and rolling, guys. Thanks for being back for this next season. So, as you'll kind of notice, we're going to be doing a little bit of changes this year with I'm going to change the overlay. I'm going to change some of this, change some of that, do all this kind of stuff. But this is the preseason. Shirtflavor.com. What's going on, man? So I'm going to do a bunch of different little things here. Blah, blah, blah. But a lot of the fun stuff's going on this season. So I'm excited to kick this thing off with you guys. You got dogwoofs.com over there. John, you're going to have to let me know if we're still live on Dog Woofs. We're going to try to do some stuff on the old website this year as well. Today, I am currently rocking my Bernie Oh Baby shirt, right? The GV art, I'm rocking that. Not throwing on a jersey to the real season games. I've got a bunch of jerseys to choose from. I think I'm going to rock the Teller and Chubb most of the time. So the Teller's going to be my daily driver, regular Sunday 4 o'clock games. Anything prime time, I'm thinking I'm going to probably do my Nike Legend orange Chubb jersey, right? So I'm mapping it all out. I got to retire the Mayfields for a little while until there's a meme version to wear it. But yeah, plenty of old meme quarterbacks that I can pull out every once in a while. You know, we had Tyrod Taylor playing yesterday. I was watching the Giants game, and I was like, yeah, maybe I could always break out the old Tyrod jersey if the occasion calls for it. So we've got Deshaun Watson Day this tonight. As long as we don't get an announcement in the next 50 minutes, guys, keep me honest there. If you see anything, because I'm not looking at Twitter at the moment. So if something goes and there's some news that breaks, please let me know. There we go. Chubbawubba Hub is back. He's back in the membership category. Thank you, Chubbawubba Hub, for remembering. So for anybody there who's out there who's not subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. We come hell or high water, we're getting to 5,000 subscribers this year. Member goal, I set it to 100. Who knows? It'll be what it is. But thank you very much. And I'm going to leave everybody up who was a member last year. Everybody who's down there who paid money last year, you're going to stay down there until the regular season. Then I'll reset it and give everybody a chance. So thank you very much, Chubbawubba Hub 24. Thank you for coming back. I remember basically everybody's name here, and I think that's freaking awesome. Sorry, my car got installed. No worries. Courtney Mike, go Cleveland. Go Cleveland. So we've got Deshaun coming up, the first game that he's going to be playing for the Browns. It's exciting. I expect a series or two out of him. If he goes longer than that, I would be surprised, because this is a $230 million investment, and the longer that Deshaun has to be out there means that the longer the offensive line has to be out there, because there's no way they're going to put Deshaun Watson behind a backup offensive line. Absolutely not going to happen. They got to protect that investment. It also brings up an interesting thought, and I was talking about this yesterday on the new series, Mike in the Car, which if you missed Mike in the Car, I will be doing a lot of YouTubing from the car this year. I'm going to try to improve the audio. The audio wasn't quite up to what I prefer. Well, it's not up to my standard. So we're going to work on that. But Mike in the Car is fun because I got a lot of downtime where I'm going to be sitting there and waiting for my daughter to be done with gymnastics. So anyway, I talked about this yesterday. I think that you're probably going to see some Kareem Hunt tonight, because they're not going to want to put in Ford or any of the other young running backs, maybe Ernest Johnson. I'd be slightly okay with Ernest being back there, but they're not going to want to put in non-professional running backs or people that haven't gotten the understanding of game speed and everything like that when Deshaun's in. So expect full protection on Deshaun. Hopefully we, knock on wood, we don't have any injuries or anything silly that happens to anybody that we need. Really anybody in general we don't want. Oh, Hunt's out. Okay, so great. So if Hunt's out, D'Ernest starting, this is going to be really interesting. Expect not a whole heck of a lot, I think. Expect a lot of max protection, and hopefully Deshaun doesn't get touched because that would just be silly. Don't think Ford will get reps. I think he's going to get reps. He's just not going to get first string reps. He's not going to get it when Deshaun's out there. I'd be very surprised. It's just a bad bad idea. Why would you take your starting quarterback who you're paying all that money to, who could get injured? God forbid he gets injured in the preseason. My Lord, right? So just some silliness. But I am interested to see what the chemistry looks like between Deshaun, Amari Cooper, Peoples-Jones, David Bell, Schwartz. Let's see if Schwartz can come out and actually do something. I don't know if he's going to play because he was a little banged up in preseason as well. Channel 10 over-the-air coverage in Columbus, otherwise illegal stream. You know what? You didn't hear it from me, but there are sites out there. Sportssurge.net. You didn't hear it from me. I heard it. Somebody told me that's where you can watch these games, but I don't know. Make sure you have a virus protector on your computer if you're going to do something like that. For us down here in Orlando, I think it's on the local Fox station here in Orlando. I pay for YouTube TV, so I'm hoping that I get it on that, or I might have to use, some other options. So we shall see. Anybody else, guys, in the chat, do we know anybody else is sitting? I'm assuming Jadeveon Clowney, Myles Garrett, those guys are going to be sitting out. I don't expect them to be playing tonight. I expect we'll get a quarter, which means a series or two out of Deshaun. Maybe he gets the whole quarter. I don't know. But then you're going to see a lot of Jacoby Brissett for at least another quarter. Maybe they give him a quarter and a half. Maybe he comes out in the second. But then we also we have that third string, because it doesn't do Jacoby any good if it's going to be third string guys or guys, practice squad guys he's playing against. That's just injury risk. It's not going to give him real live reps. He can get the same reps in practice, basically. There's no reason for him to be out there playing if he's going to be against third, fourth string or practice squad, or guys are going to get cut. Makes no difference. So you'll see a lot of Josh Rosen, Josh Dobbs. So you'll see a lot of the Joshes in the third and fourth quarter. Fine by me. I'm kind of interested. I'm curious. I think Josh Dobbs has a ceiling at third string quarterback at best. And Josh Rosen, my Lord, I mean, who knows? He's just never turned out to be anything. Now, I feel bad for Josh Rosen. Going to a really bad Cardinals team, getting washed out in a year because they got Kyler Murray. Don't blame them. Kyler's worked out. Josh went to Miami, could barely make the squad in Miami to sit there. Never really turned into anything. Bounced around. I think he went to the Falcons for a minute. And now we called him up and said, all right, come on and compete for the job. All right, Mids plug. Orlando get it? Good Lord. Clearwater gets nothing. We should get the game. Cleveland, Ethan, pretty much all our key players are out. Okay, that makes sense. Mids, we'll only see Dobbs and Rosen after Deshaun. Okay, so even Brissett's going to be out? That would surprise me if Brissett was out, unless he got some sort of injury that I'm unaware of, because he's going to be the guy that we need to absolutely get some reps here in the preseason, right? So, and then, I mean, you'll probably see a lot of the similar stuff from the Jags. Oh, Jacoby's ruled out. Oh, wonderful. So, great. And now that this brings up all the drama and all the things going on, with the whole rumors about Jimmy G. Is Jimmy G coming? Do we think we're going to make a play for him? Now that there's interest out there, I mean, we should have just kept our damn mouths shut, right? I mean, the 49ers clearly want to move forward with Trey Lance. They made that huge draft capital investment in him. So it would be silly for them not to see what they got. And then we come out and say, well, we might be interested in Jimmy G. Well, great. Then we're going to have to trade for him. Because now that they think they might have something from us, and rightfully so, they're looking at, I mean, these teams, they're looking at the situation. New subscriber, Mr. Little, thank you for subbing, Mr. Little. Now, these teams look at our situation, they go, okay, well, the Browns clearly need a quarterback. If they're really going to go 6+ games, 6 to 8 games, I'm hearing now, with Jacoby Brissett, is that makes sense for a team that's wants to compete for the playoffs? After 8 games, it's really difficult to turn around your season if you have a bad start after 8 games. 6 games, you can turn that around. Let's say worst case scenario, you go 2 and 4. It's not the end of the world that early in the game, that early in the season, and then you get Deshaun back. But you go 2 and 6. I mean, you basically can write yourself off. This season ain't gonna happen. All right, here we go. Mids Plug says NFL Plus free trial. That's not a bad idea. I think that could work. NFL Plus $5 a month, I think. Okay. Well, we'll figure out what NFL Plus means, though. Is NFL Plus like a digital version of the NFL ticket? I don't know. I haven't done as much research. But what I really want to do this year, I want to find somebody who actually gets the ticket and then maybe do some sort of split where I get the digital version of it. They get theirs, whatever. All right. Who else we got in here? So Mids Plug says they have a joint practice on Monday. Chubble of a Hub, man, how I missed this show. Thank you very much, Mids, man. I miss you too. I miss all the people, all of our Brownie Post Game community members. All right. Makes sense for him getting better reps on Monday with the potential starter being behind the second string. Yep, can't disagree with that. Report came out saying no decision on design coming out today, so he's playing for sure. That's awesome. We can't buy the second strings. That's what Rosen is. I mean, I don't think Rosen's is a lock for second string. I think Rosen's there as basically an emergency quarterback if Dobbs doesn't work out. I mean, because you probably figured. Actually, I don't know. I wouldn't even say. I don't think we can say if Rosen would be more expensive or if really any of the investment in the quarterback really matters at all to them. I'd be surprised if that actually made a difference. But I don't know who I would trust more, Dobbs or Josh Rosen. I think they're basically have the same ceiling, same level of potential based on what we've seen so far with Josh Rosen. So, and that's the crappy situation. Tim, what's going on, man? That's the situation that we have. We've given up on Baker Mayfield and we've gone with Deshaun Watson, which is, I think you really can't argue that's an upgrade, but it puts us in a situation that we're going to have to deal with whatever quarterback we happen to get at the moment. And we're really kind of scraping the bottom of the barrel here. Not necessarily with Jacoby. I don't think Jacoby is a horrible quarterback, but I think Jacoby's more of a great backup quarterback, not a backup. He's not. So Jacoby is like one of those guys that I would trust for an inning or two. If we make a baseball analogy, like maybe we give him the 6th and the 7th. That's the kind of guy Jacoby is. He's probably not going to lose you the game, but he's also not going to close it out. You don't want Jacoby being a long reliever. And that's what we're asking him to do here. And I think that's the big problem that most people have is the faith that we have in Jacoby going 6+ games. And honestly, how excited are you going to be to go out there and see Jacoby Brissett? I mean, I'm coming up for the Jets game. Not really excited to see Jacoby Brissett. I'm excited to see the Browns. I'm excited to go to Cleveland, spend some time with my dad. John will probably come up. Some of my friends, Bristano will be there, his wife. So it's fun to see people and spend time with them. But I mean, it's not going to be as exciting as seeing like a Deshaun Watson. I think we can all be in agreement with that. NFL Plus is only good on mobile and tablets for local games. All primetime games are included. Okay, well, so basically, if you don't have a cable subscription and you want to get those games locally, I guess NFL Plus is good for you if you want to watch on a tablet. I guess you could get, if you're on Android, you could stream that from your tablet up to a TV or projector in my case. Gabe Zillatron, long time no see. I know. I bet we've been off for a while. We've been off since February. Our last official show, me and Mike, we did the Wednesday show in February, which is 6 months ago. and we've been off ever since. Mike is busy, heads down with personal stuff, just bought a house, doing all this stuff, moving into a new place. So Mike is busy with life, but I have no doubt that we'll get him back on the channel. Hopefully we can make the commitment for the Wednesday show. If worst case scenario, my dad will do Wednesday show. Mike will come as much as he can, and I'll obviously be here for Wednesday show. All right. Tim Zaylor says, I agree, Jacoby would have been good for 3 to 6 games to carry us all season. Not feeling it. I agree. And I think that's what the Browns are feeling too. And I feel like if the Browns feel it's going to be a lengthy suspension, like an 8 plus games, or God forbid the entire season, then they probably would do something for a Jimmy G. I just don't want them to give up a guy like Kareem Hunt, who's got probably our best trade capital in a guy like that, for a like, I don't want to make a long-term investment in a short-term investment with a long-term player. And Kareem Hunt's that guy. And I think when Kareem Hunt and all that stuff is coming out about him wanting to leave or wanting to get a new contract, I don't know, trade him so he can get more touches, I think it's all smokescreen. He just wants to get paid more money. I think he took that original contract back when the PR issue was going on, and even then it was like, look, then he got banged up, and I think he saw that, there's an end here. There's an end in sight in this career, and I got to make as much money as I can while I'm here. And so if the Browns aren't going to pay me, then yeah, trade me somewhere where I'm going to get more touches to get paid. But unfortunately, that running back position is a very dangerous position to try to go get paid, because look at us. I mean, we've got Nick Chubb, Dearness Johnson, Felton, who I don't consider necessarily like a viable option there, but I don't know anything about Jerome Ford, right? So there's options, and there always are. So I think with Kareem, I hope we pay him. I hope things happen. I hope we stick with him, because that 1-2 punch with Chubb is what our offense revolves around. Absolutely is. And we can't really afford to trade that away unless what you're getting with a Jimmy G gives us long-term. Because let's think about this too. Jimmy G there's no guarantee he's going to go anywhere and start anyway. Where is he going to go? Seattle? Maybe the Giants. Daniel Jones did not look good, so the Giants are a possibility that they might want to do that. Or the Giants might say, screw it, we're just going to go and draft a new quarterback next year. There's always quarterbacks that are coming out in the draft, right? So there's a bunch of different situations, scenarios. And, Jimmy G might be in the situation at this point in his career and says, okay, I'm okay being a backup quarterback. I'm gonna be the Nick Foles of the 2022 and beyond seasons, and say, look, I had a shot. I went to Super Bowl. We lost. I've had a couple mediocre years. I'm not super reliable. I'm not going to lose you games. I'm not going to win you a ton and on my arm alone like Aaron Rodgers will. And so I'm going to settle in here as a backup quarterback, maybe trade, do a 2-year deal, something like that. And then we can turn around and trade him if Deshaun comes back and everything's clear. And then we work out and get a better second string quarterback situation worked out next year, other than Jacoby Brissett. Maybe Jacoby's good, maybe not. I don't know. But bottom line, right now, it's just a weird situation. I was very much against Jimmy G in the beginning. Now, when I've seen some of the clips of Jacoby, now he's being scratched, not knowing what's going on with Deshaun. It would be a very, very scary situation when we walk into game 1 and we're rolling out there Josh Dobbs or Josh Rosen. That would be a catastrophe. Okay. All right, here we go. Jonathan Slater, Jacoby will be more fine than you expect. All Jacoby needs is a five-headed running back monster. Okay. Our defense can carry us a long way, barring no injuries. I think we have the talent on defense. Our defensive coordinator is what I don't have a super lot of faith in. Right? I just don't. I want him to get more aggressive. Like, I'm sick of this patty cake defense. We have too much talent to do that. Hopefully our guys on defense can stay healthy, though. If we lose Newsome, Denzel, JOK again, we lose these guys, then yeah, we're in trouble. And it takes away your ability to put constant pressure on the quarterback, especially when Myles Garrett's getting double, triple teamed, and then Jadeveon's out. So it's like, it's difficult. Hopefully the COVID bug doesn't strike us again this year. Basically, since this whole thing has come out, I think we were, in all of professional sports, other than maybe the one Bronco game, just in terms of how this has consistently bit us, we have been the most bitten team with the pandemic easily. And it's not even debatable. In professional sports, men's and women's, the Cleveland Browns have gotten effed the worst by COVID. All right. Defense can carry us. Okay. Hopefully HDMI to USB-C works. I'm going to try tonight as a test. It should. What do you think about us going after Jimmy? You kind of just talked about that for a second. I'm sure you've been asked a million times. He seems like a practical fill-in. Kareem is our guy. I'll be pissed off if they move on for him. Just to wrap up the whole Jimmy G thing, if this could be a thing, this could really be like Jimmy G could actually be a reality, depending upon the length of the suspension and depending upon what we see out of Jacoby. If we do pull the trigger on Jimmy, I want it pulled quickly. I want it pulled now, because we have time in the summer to get him ready. So by the last preseason game, he can have some command of this offense. I do not want to bring him in the week of the first game and say, Jimmy, you're good. New super chat. Rick Adkins says, hey, Mike, good to see you again. Rick, thank you very much. Good to see you too, man. I appreciate you guys coming back. I appreciate everybody coming back. It warms my cold heart knowing that there are people that consistently come back to Brownie postgame for the pregame show. All right, where was I? Ms. Plug says, new Kareem or Dearness would be gone at some point this year. I mean, that's what people say. I'm having a hard time in my heart feeling that, because I know how effective Kareem and Nick can be as a 1-2 punch on this offense. And I think a guy like Stefanski is not going to want to sit there and have Kareem not be there as the backup, because as good as Dearness can be, there's a drop off. That's why Madden has ratings, right? Nick Chubb is an A. Kareem is if it's a 1A and 1B. I mean, they're ones. Both of them. Kareem Hunt can start on a lot of football teams in the NFL. Can Dearness Johnson start on a whole lot of teams in the NFL? Probably a couple, but to be honest, he's probably going to be a backup running back anywhere else he goes, right? So if you have 2 ones, and then you can not only take the load off of Chubb, like in a vacuum, yes, if you could just run Chubb and there's no endurance issues and there's no injury risk to just pounding the guy nonstop, then yeah, Chubb would be great. And then you throw in Dearness every once in a while to make it happen. But Dearness lacks a lot of skills that Kareem Hunt brings to the table, specifically around catching the football, giving you a guy who can take a screen pass or even get spread out into the slot and run a route. Kareem Hunt can do that and can catch the ball. So he's a more versatile player than Dearness is going to be. This isn't to take anything away from Dearness Johnson. Everybody keep this in mind. I am a Dearness Johnson fan. I really, really like the guy, and I'm glad that we have him. But there's nobody out there who's going to be able to convince me that going from Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt to Nick Chubb and Dearness Johnson is going to be even close to the same. Like, we are going to take a step back in that department. And I don't want to do that, especially when we know that we're going to make concessions at the quarterback position, and we're going to have to do that for God knows how many games, 6 to 8 minimum, right? We can't afford to lose another playmaker on the offensive side of the ball, right? So, and especially, I'm going to get off my soapbox here, but especially if we have a subpar C level quarterback, we're going to need guys to be able to pound the ball and drop off little screens to be able to keep this offense rolling, for our defense to be able to help, hold on to the games and for us to win. I do feel I like what Mids Plug was saying about our defense can carry us a long way, barring no injuries. That is exactly You're 100% correct there. I think this year, with our defense, with Miles, with Jadeveon Clowney, thank God, coming back, we're going to continue to rent him as long as we can rent him, right? With JOK coming back for his second year, Greg Newsome, Denzel, hold on to Greedy Williams, see if we can, make something happen to him. We got Jacob Phillips, we got JJ3, we got players. We got players all over the place, right? So we got, Winfrey, the new defensive end, defensive tackle. So we have a little youth on the defensive line. I'm excited about that. I'm excited about this defense and what it can do. We don't have Hall of Famers at every position, but no team does. But what we do is we do have Hall of Famers out there. I'm telling you right now, Myles Garrett's a Hall of Famer. He's going to go down possibly as one of the all-time best at his position. If he continues doing what he does consistently and stays healthy, he will go down as one of the best ever. And for us to not leverage that and be successful with that type of talent is a crime. So I expect a lot out of Myles this year. Even more growth with him. I don't know if we've hit the ceiling. We're probably going to get close to it. Get the Madden 99 rating and all that stuff. He might be close to it. Who knows? All right. Shirtflavor.com. I don't know if shirtflavor.com. I'm going to search for it now and just make sure it is shirtflavor.com. Are you getting free advertising every time I say your name? It is a website. Shirtflavor.com. All right, Flavor. You're getting free advertising every time I say your name. I get it. That's creative. I appreciate that. I actually, as a previous digital marketer, I appreciate that. Jimmy G is not the answer. If you really break down his QB statistics, he's worse than Baker. Jacoby will be fine as long as Stefanski runs the ball and takes easy play action passes, no turnovers. To be honest, I haven't really gotten into the stat difference between Baker and Jimmy, and there's every time I try to do that, it gets a little squirrely because Baker had the injury. Baker's had a lot of ups and downs in his career. He hasn't had the coaching consistency that Jimmy G has had in San Francisco. Basically, you've thrown Baker the worst coaches ever until Stefanski got here, and I think we can all agree that Stefanski's play calling last year was suspect. It was 100% suspect. Like, his play calling was atrocious last year, and Mike Rossano brought this up quite a bit. We talked about this a lot on the Wednesday show, is that the first year with Stefanski, his rookie year head coaching, if we all remember back to what he had, the advantage he had that year as a first year head coach, there were no fans in the stadium, or very little. Right? So you can think, you don't have the pressure, you don't have the sounds of the crowd and all the things going on. Crowds do stuff in sports, 100%. They impact games. So they took that out, and you gave Stefanski, you allowed him to work that calculator that he has in his brain, that Ivy League calculator, and you let him call plays, and he called a beautiful season. But then last year, you add that extra element, that variable of fans in the stadium. He was different. He took a couple steps backwards in his Madden rating last year. And on top of it, he knew that he was dealing with an injured Baker, and yet still calling plays like Baker's 100%. I think it's dangerous and irresponsible as a coach to do that. And there was a lot. You go on Twitter, there are a lot of people saying the same thing. This is me. I'm not Baker loving. I'm not being a Baker bro here, but I'm saying the reality is you as a manager, you as somebody who manages a team, you're trying to give your team the best chance to win. You got to look at the limitations that you're presented with your starting quarterback, the guy that you've decided to go with. I know Baker. I know these guys are gamers, and they're like, you put me in. I don't care. My arms, my non-throwing arms falling off my arm. Right? Literally falling off, held up on my arm with a brace. And he wanted to play. He wanted to tough it out. And Stefanski said, okay, we're going to do it. And then calls plays like he's 100% fine. And then everybody gets worked up that Baker throws interceptions or is not as accurate as he used to be. And then you go, well, yeah, that's what happens. Right? The creative play calling was gone. The play action wasn't really there. The screen plays and the short game wasn't really there. And on top of it, all those razzle-dazzle plays that Stefanski was starting to get a reputation to say, for teams to say, look, at some point in this game, probably early on, when it could go either way, like we're not losing or winning, you're going to see some razzle-dazzle. Be ready for it from Kevin Stefanski. So just like in baseball, you get a book. They call it the book on players and on coaches. So that was part of the book for Stefanski. He's going to call a razzle-dazzle play and be ready for that, guys, right? And you noticed last year, none of them worked, right? Those reverse passes from Jarvis to Odell, like in the Dallas game, all that stuff. And it was like literally from the first game when we tried to do the fake punt, none of it worked. It was like we were flipping a coin last year and it was all coming up heads every single time with these razzle-dazzle plays. And then last year, all those odds came right back and slapped us in the face. So we'll see. I want to see how Kevin Stefanski evolves as a coach and as a play caller. The entire time, and I said this, my dad and I talked about this a lot, one of the things that we wanted in a head coach is somebody who's going to manage the game and not be responsible for managing and play calling. Because you're a first-year head coach, or first time you're head coach, and you are taking on a lot of responsibility. And first year, okay. Again, no fans. Second year, we saw what happened last year. Shirtflavor.com says San Fran doesn't even want him as a backup, and they should structure his deal. That should tell you right there. There's a reason no team wanted him. Plus, he's just had shoulder surgery on his throwing shoulder. And that's the other piece of it, guys. Like, not to say you can't come back from shoulder surgery. Baseball pitchers come back from it all the time. Hell, Drew Brees came back from it and did great. Right? So, man, you can come back from that kind of stuff, but you're buying a used car. You're buying a used car that's been in an accident. So, and you got the report, but God knows what's going on in that arm. Who knows? He didn't have the greatest arm. He didn't have a Josh Allen arm or Dan Marino arm to begin with, right? So I don't know. I think a little bit of Jimmy G, just a little bit of Jimmy G got away on his looks, and they're like, he's a good. He looks like fucking Superman, right? He looks like Christopher Reeve. If you took Jimmy G and you put him in the next Superman movie, you made him Superman, everybody like fucking Corey. He looks like Clark Kent. He looks like a better looking Clark Kent, right? So yeah, I think a little bit of the Jimmy G charm is what's got him where he is, and that's why he gets as much celebration as he does. And obviously, I don't want to hold it against him too. He's, it's not his fault. He didn't ask to look like he looks. All right, Chubba Wubba Hub. So who's returning kicks for us this year? I don't know. Felton again? I haven't followed it close enough. Your guess is as good as mine. Chubba Mids Plus says Felton. Tim Zaylor says monkeypox. Rick says good to see you. Just want to read that again. All right. We need to depend on our horses. John, why is Newsom living with his own sister? I think the thing about Newsom, that's a good question, John. I think the thing about Newsom, I think he said that he's trying to become more professional. This is a guy that, again, these rookies that are handed millions of dollars and all this stuff and partying and, doing all this stuff. It's good. It's good to have somebody in your inner circle to keep you honest and make sure that you're not going out and doing the things you shouldn't do. It's the same thing. Like, I'll give you a perfect example. It's like I've been starting to get into working out and trying to get healthier and get back down to my pre-pandemic weight, as we're all trying to do, right? And I work out in the morning and I work out, before the kids get up, before work, before they go to school and everything. And half the damn time, I don't think I would wake up if my wife didn't get up. She gets up, we do our workouts, and then, we start off our day. So it's like, it's having somebody there to hold you accountable and not allow him to go, and not focus on being a professional, because, where Greg Newsom was drafted, he got paid, but he didn't get paid like big time money. And that's what he's looking at. When you see guys like Denzel Ward get paid, Myles Garrett get paid, like really paid, like generational wealth payments, right? By playing football, he sees that and it's like, okay, I need to change me and not be a kid anymore and really focus on this because there's a lottery ticket that I'm holding. And he's not a dumb guy. He's a smart kid. You know, Northwestern, you gotta be smart in some capacity, even if you're a football player at Northwestern. Okay. Is there something we should be concerned about? No, I don't think it's a concern thing, John. I think it's just that he wants a little bit of accountability. I'm a little concerned that she quit her job to move in with him, but altogether, the situation's weird. Yes and no. I don't know what his family life is at home. Maybe his sister is the one who keeps him, holds him, keeps him straight, and keeps him, on the straight and narrow. Who knows? Shirt flavor, no problem for the compliment. Want a DNA check from Newsom and his sister. Yeah, now you're getting weird. Tim Zaylor, what? Jimmy G's been to a Super Bowl, less talent. He came up under Brady. Doesn't turn the ball over. Exactly what we needed last year. Guy can run the team and not be a TO machine. And I agree. And I think that's also kind of like what Jacoby can do. If we're being honest here, like Jacoby's probably not going to turn the ball over a whole heck of a lot because we're not going to ask him to do a whole heck of a lot. We're not going to ask him to be Baker. And a lot of the times when we got into those situations where this turnover started happening, because Baker was forcing the ball and he wanted to be the superhero. He wanted so badly to win the game and to get us those extra yards, those extra points, making tackles. He blew out his own shoulder trying to make a tackle on an interception. It was just silliness. I don't think we're going to get that from a Jacoby, but I think that's really the key. They're doing the math and they're trying to determine, is making an investment in a guy like Jimmy G, is that going, how much more from a Moneyball perspective are we going to get out of Jimmy that we can't get out of Jacoby? Because to be honest, if let's say it's 8 games. Okay, so it's 8 games that we have to have a backup quarterback play for us. How many games of those 8, if we're looking at the Browns schedule 2022, and let's go through this together, right? Can we be, I'm not saying it's a guaranteed, but I'm going to count like more likely yes or no. DF Sports is now. DF, what's going on, my man? All right, so starting off with the Jets. Can we beat the Jets with Jacoby Brissett? Not asking the quarterback to win the game for us, just manage the game, have the defense and Chubb and Nick and Kareem Hunt, have them rock and roll for us against the Jets at home. I think we can win that. Okay? We got Steelers as the second game. Again, at home. We're going up against either Mitch Trubisky, Kenny Pickett, which would be Kenny Pickett's either first or second game as a pro going up against this defense, or Mason Rudolph. I'll take all 3. Okay? You can combine them together and take all of their best attributes, all 3 of them combined to make a super Steelers quarterback. You still have an extremely mediocre guy. So I think we can win 2 games there. That's 2 out of 8 with Jacoby, not going for Jimmy. The Falcons, we go to Atlanta. Can we beat a rookie quarterback and a mediocre or sub-mediocre Falcons team? That's 3. 3 wins right there. The Chargers, game 4, I'll give you the Chargers. That's a loss. All right. Patriots coming to the Browns. As much as I want to say that's a win, I'm going to throw a loss in there because the Patriots have given us fits lately. And I'm going to throw a loss on there. I really do. The Ravens, going to the Ravens. Let's go ahead and throw another loss on there. That's 3-3. 3-3 after 6 games. If we get lucky, maybe it's 4-2, but 3-3. This is probably bothering people because I'm doing my 3s differently. 3 with these fingers and 3 with these fingers. The German 3 and then the regular 3. I don't know. So we're 3-3 after 6 games. Now we got 2 more to go. All right. The Bengals at home. Super Bowl Bengals. Okay. Super Bowl Bengals. Can we beat them at home with a good defense? Yeah. I think we can. But let's call it a loss. Okay. Let's call it a loss. Now we're 3-4. And then we go to the Dolphins November 13th. We go to the Dolphins and we're going to win. We're going to beat the Dolphins. No problem. I'm going to call that. We're 4-4, guys. You put Jimmy G on the team, do we win more or less games than 4? because that's all I'm asking. That's all we're asking for by November 13th, and then we go to the Bills with Deshaun the next week. Ugh. We go to Deshaun, and then we have Tom Brady coming in to Cleveland. Ugh. Then we get the Texans. Good. Then we go to the Bengals. Meh. I'm not afraid of the Bengals. I don't care about the Super Bowl. Right, then we round off the season. Guys, I don't know. I think probably, what's the over-under this year? Is it 8 games? If it's 8 games, I don't know. I'd probably go over on 8, but like not much more. Now, you put Deshaun on this team for that time, whole different ballgame. But Jacoby, and or a hurt Jacoby, then you're going to Josh Rosen and Josh Dobbs. And then, you know what? Guess what? We're definitely not getting past the Patriots and Ravens. Absolutely not. Probably not getting past the Bengals. And who knows? We might shit the bed and not do well against the Dolphins. All right. Just want to say hi to some other people here. Jackie 5 is in the house. Steve T is in the house. I said, what's up to DF? DF's my guy. Guys, I want to give a special shout out to DF. He's always engaging with me on Twitter. I really like this kid. And he's growing his own YouTube brand. So if anybody's here is looking for some other up-and-coming YouTube content creators, DF Sports, he's in the chat. Click on it and give him a sub and go and follow DF Sports as well. Please. Do me a favor. I love this kid and I want him to do well, and I'd really love to see him grow his channel as well because he puts out really good content. It's always in the Twitter spaces and stuff like that. Please go over to DF Sports and give him a sub. Who else we got in the house? Xander Hernandez is back. I feel Brissett is going to do good enough. I certainly hope so. Aiden Crumley, what's going on? Or can you sew the game full game, Jaguars? Aiden, I can't sew the game full game. No. AW, feels good to get back to football. It certainly does. It's football. See, I'm getting the chills even saying it, fellas. I'm getting the chills saying it. We're 11 minutes away from football, right? And by the way, guys, usually I take a pause and I go to watch the game in my man cave of a media room. But today I'm gonna sit here. I'm gonna try to live stream it. I'm not gonna live stream the game, but we can certainly watch party it together. So I'll do that. But I do have to take a mini break. I have to take a mini break in a couple minutes just to put my daughter to bed. I will be back, so it'll be like I'll be back soon screen. I think I have one of those screens somewhere, like coming soon. So stick with me, and we can do a little watch party here. All right, what else? We got Xander's AW says, hate to say it, but this year feels like a throwaway year. Hope I'm wrong. I hope so too, but every once in a while, I get that feeling as well, AW. So I think deep down as a Browns, you can't be a Browns fan and be optimistic about these things when we know what's going on with the quarterback situation. Xander, maybe 1 or 2 wins with Jimmy G. I don't think it's worth it, plus his injury. That's what I'm saying. Like, we're gonna get 4. Like, I think it's 4 wins. Can we get 5? Can we squeeze out a 5th win with Jimmy? I don't know. Literally, I don't. I think Jimmy's gonna get us 4 wins, just like I think Jacoby's gonna get us 4 wins. It is what it is. Okay. Tim says no point in getting Jimmy unless it's low. If we plan on going with Deshaun this season. I'm under the impression no Deshaun. Okay, so I think this is all going to come down to the decision, whatever Goodell ends up doing, and then it's going to be what we're going to decide with Jimmy G. And the 49ers know it too, so they're not going to cut him anytime soon. I think they have till like September something to cut him. I could be wrong there, but I heard something like September 10th or something. Then they don't have to pay that big roster one. Chubba Wubba Hubba, Super Bowl hangover. I don't know if you're asking me like if that's why I haven't made content. Yeah, I took a little bit of a break. I like to reset the batteries. It takes a lot because I have a full-time job, full-time parent, all that kind of stuff. So it takes a lot during the season to, my whole Sunday is burned, which I love doing. By the way, like I do this because I love doing it, not because of any other reason. Spending time with Ristano, who's just a freaking phenomenal guy. I love him and his wife, and get to spend time with my dad too. Like, it's great. I love doing it. So, but it's a commitment. It takes a lot of time and energy and effort to do this sort of thing. So I like to reset the batteries over the off season. There's plenty of great content creators out there. DF Sports, we just said one. Quincy's out there making content nonstop. That dude's awesome. There's just guys making the content. Like, why do I have to all the time, right? Let the other guys do it. Kid Wilson 33, go Browns. Tim Zaylor, sup Hambone, another season, woof woof. Sup Tim, woof woof. Jay Croxton, did find the game on Sports Search. Thanks, man. No problem. You didn't hear from me, but I'm glad. Wink, wink. You got it. Xander, 1 or 2 games. 8 games, absolutely worth it. This is what I'm saying. Like, I'll tell you this, guys. If we win, if he's out 8 games and we win, and we make the investment in Jimmy G and we win 6, freaking great. Then that's a killer investment, because you know what? At the end of the day, now we have a guy who won 6 out of 8 games, which is a phenomenal start to any season. Any team has a phenomenal start, 6 of 8 games with a backup quarterback. Then you're handing it over to Deshaun to finish up the season. And you still then have that guy being a backup. So God forbid anything happens to Deshaun, you got a guy who won you 6 games already and has playoff experience and blah, blah, blah. Has chemistry already with the team. You don't win 6 out of 8 games without chemistry. So just having a great backup. I think Jimmy G would be a phenomenal backup quarterback. Because anything can happen. Injuries happen all the time. God forbid it happens in the playoffs. Let me ask you this, guys. If there's an injury that happens in the playoffs, who do you want? You want Jimmy G or you want Jacoby Brissett in the playoffs? In the playoffs, not the regular season. I'm telling you, I want Jimmy G, and that's not even debatable. The guy's been to a Super Bowl. In the history of the Browns organization, the whole franchise, we've never been to one. Jimmy G 1, Browns 0. Give me the guy who's been there before, right? It doesn't mean that it's gonna guarantee any level of success. Look at the Bills, how many times they went in a row and lost. Doesn't guarantee this. It's just like, but having somebody who's been in that environment before, unless Jacoby's rocking and rolling and setting the world on fire, which I don't necessarily think he can do. So I'd rather have a Jimmy G for that type of situation. Alrighty, Browns chat Brownie post game has sweet shirts and stuff. Thanks for the sweet shirt. Yeah, Tim, I forget which one we gave you. It's been a while, but I'm happy that you got the shirt. I have not begun the discussion with the t-shirt companies yet. I know Sable Apparel is always awesome about hooking us up with some freebie giveaways. I want to try to do more this year. I want to try to do more giveaways. That's on my list of things to do. I want to give more away. I want you guys to share in this as much as I do. I don't do this for money. I don't do this for any other reason other than I enjoy it, and I enjoy being around you guys, and I enjoy hanging out with Mike and my dad. And so any of the income that we do make off this, from the super chats, from the member subscribers, from ad revenue, which isn't much, but any of that stuff, I want to be able to invest and give back to you guys. Because at the end of the day, I'll be honest, I'll give you a little secret here. Like, oftentimes I'm not paying for this stuff. Like, these guys are giving me the stuff. I have bought stuff, and I like to still buy from Sabo and Homage and all that stuff. But I mean, they're giving me free shit because I have a lot of followers. So if I don't need it, if I get something free for them, then I go and buy something and I'll give it away. And you got my word on that. Okay. AW, we're 1 hit away from Josh Dobbs being a starter. Scary. Yada yada. Yes, I agree. Yo was good kid Wilson, almost time. Yeah, let's go. NFL want to see some blah blah blah. Xander Hernandez. Nah, fam, we got Josh Dobbs. Josh Dobbs. Does not make me feel good with Josh Dobbs. Steve T. It will be 12 games and 10 million. I could care less what the fine is. The fine matters not to me. I mean, to be honest, I really don't care if he gets $0 fine or $10 million fine. I don't care. I care more about the games because it's not my money. It's not. we're already getting paid by me by buying this stuff and going to the games and stuff. I am subsidizing, his suspension anyway, or whatever his fine's going to be. We all are, by participating in the shenanigans that is being a Cleveland Brown fan. Looks like we got 3 minutes away. All right, guys, this is what I'm going to do. If I can figure out, is there a coming soon? I don't even know if there is. Post game, social media, blah, blah, blah. I'm going off of all of my settings from last year. Offline. I'm not offline. How about we do this? I'm going to go back to the starting soon screen. I'm going to take a 5-second breather to go put my daughter away. I'd appreciate if you guys hung out. I think we got like 120 people here, something like 119, I guess, on the screen. I'd love for you guys to hang out with me. I'm going to put the game on mute so I don't get copy struck or anything like that. But hang out. Let's watch the game together and see what we can do. Give me a couple minutes to put my daughter away or make arrangements with my son to put her away. I kind of bought a little bit of his loyalty because I bought him the Spider-Man game on PC. So hopefully he looks at that and goes, you know what? I'll put her to bed tonight. You got the Browns. Hang out with the Brownie post-game people. So give me a second. I will be back, and hang tight for me, okay? And we're going to be live. We got 2 minutes till game time, so make sure you get your TVs rocking. Make sure you surgeyoursports.net if you don't get it locally. And we'll do it. All right, so let's watch some football. I'll be back in a couple minutes, guys. This is a good bathroom break time. This is a good go get yourself a beverage time, and I'll see you in a second. Okay, I'm back, guys. I made an arrangement. My son's putting the baby to bed. Gotta love it. All right. Looks like we got Stream East coming on.
It could be fatal, and I hear it all the
time. All right. I'm watching football. Let me see if I can listen to it and you guys can't hear it. Let's see.
.edu.
No, you guys can hear it. I don't want to do that. I don't want to play around. If I could change some settings, I could put my head. Actually, you know what? I might do that. Let's give it a shot. We got some time. We got a minute. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to put on my headphones so I can listen to the announcers and not get copy struck for doing it. This is an advanced streaming move. changing your audio input midstream. This is what we call in the industry a risky move. Take a sip before I do it. Rocking the Browns cup as well. Going full Browns tonight. All right, here we go. There we go. Now I can listen to football. I wish we could listen to this together, by the way, but obviously we can't do that. Talking about Trevor Lawrence and the old Jags. All right. So I'm obviously watching like a local Jags version of this. I don't know what are we getting? What are you guys getting in Cleveland? Are you getting like local Cleveland announcers? Is there a way for me to get a different announcer? No, I only get the Jags people. TIAA Bank Field. The new Jaguars. We got new sub Don Play. What's going on? Brian Sexton and Bucky Brooks in the house tonight, calling the game for the Jaguars with their aqua teal type colors. I think that's one of the OG. Let's go. Sarah's in the house. Sarah's back. Give us some other shout outs while we're here. Chachi Owens. It's going to be an actual game or just play by play. It's going to be a watch party, Chachi. So what we're doing is if I play the game, I'm going to get copy struck and they're going to cancel the stream live. This is what happened when I did the draft. I showed the draft and cut my stream. I can't do it. So unfortunately, and I have like I wouldn't say partner status, but like I'm monetized, so I can't mess around with it. So we can listen, we can watch the game together. So I look at it like this. If you want to listen to I'm not going to do color play-by-play, but we can react in real time to what's going on. You can get my thoughts on it, right? So it's better than hanging out listening to these bozos. Sarah, thank you so much for being back, girl. I smile every time I see your face and your name on Twitter, and I smile every time I see you in the chat. Thank you for being back here, Sarah. Updated my Browns cave with the new Browns jersey pillows, a Kareem Hunt frame poster, a Chubb painting. I'm in. I like it. I've fuzzied out my background, but I've got Victory Monday right here. I'm gonna open it up later on in the season. Right now it's messy back there. I don't want to mess with it, but this is typical stuff that we got behind me. You guys know what it is. I have the Browns winning this game. I don't know. It's just you're getting backup players. It's backups, right? Jaguars and Browns coming up here. Bunch of backup players hugging it out on the field. I mean, these faces I don't even recognize yet, which is funny. Coming up next, Browns, Jags. Text my dad, see what he's doing. Is he watching the game? Is he watching me? There's Dad. Gonna watch the game. All right, who are you most excited to watch? I mean, obviously Deshaun. I think that's kind of the best of everything going on right now. Deshaun would be fantastic, but I don't know. Start building your legacy today with banking solutions from whatever bank. TIAA Bank, who sponsors the Jaguars field. By the way, Jacksonville is a beautiful place. If you guys haven't been there, it's awesome. What are you watching the game on? I can't find it. I am not watching it on sportsurge.net. I am not watching it there. I'm not watching it on sportsurge.net. I'm not. So keep that in mind. Use at your own risk, I guess. Jacksonville Jaguars. I bet you Trevor Lawrence is going to have a good year this year. Don't sleep on Trevor Lawrence. Is he going to light it up? No, because I don't think he's got a ton of weapons around him. But he's got a better team and a better coach this year. Cracking open. It's a Poland Spring Seltzer. I'm not drinking alcohol, although it is the Browns, so the alcohol comes and goes with this team. Who do you got winning the Super Bowl? If I had to bet, if I was putting a bet down, I mean, obviously I would say the Browns, but who knows? If I was going to actually say, if I was betting with my brain, not my heart, I would say I expect a very good season out of the Chargers and the Bills. I think the Chiefs are going to stay strong. I'm not worried about anybody NFC wise. Trying to think, like, not going to be anybody in the NFC East, NFC Central, NFC North. I mean, I don't think definitely not the Bears. I mean, Minnesota, no. The Packers, maybe, but probably not. The LA teams, I would say the Rams or the Chargers, who I'd be betting on. Bro, just put the game on. I can't. They're gonna shut off my stream if I do that. There are places you can watch it. I am told that there are streaming sites. There's one that I'm told I'm not watching it here, but it's sportsurge.net. If you want to watch the game, you can. I'm not doing that, and I'm not telling you to, but I have been told. All right, we got the kickoff. We're starting off the season on the 13-yard line, and number 4 is in the house. Here we go. We're wearing white on white today. Deshaun Watson is going to take a snap for the Cleveland Browns. Checking in from South Florida. E-Duff, we're in South Florida. I lived down there for 10 years. I'm currently in Central Florida. All right, Deshaun Watson with Kareem, Dearness Johnson, I would say, and I guess Stanton. Play action. Oh, that was a rusty pass. They roll him out to his non-throwing side, so he's got this awkward way to go about doing it. He had open guys, though. And Njoku was open. Schwartz was open. Wide open. And he missed him. Expect another pass play? I expect a running play here, actually. Let's see what he does. 2nd and 10. Deshaun takes it back. No running play. Hits him in the numbers. Hit Schwartz in the numbers. Dropped. 0 for 2, Deshaun. Third down. Somebody's down. I couldn't tell who that was. Ooh. Nick Harris is down. Oh, there goes the knee. Nick Harris is done. Nick Harris is donezo. Nick Harris is done. And there we go, guys. That's how quickly you can lose. That's how quickly you can lose a player. This is our starting offensive line. Our starting center just went down. Do we still have that guy named Blake? Man, ugly. Let me call my dad, see what he's doing. See if we can get him in. See if we can get him on the stream here. Call in. As we're on a commercial break here. I must be busy. Usually he doesn't let it go that long. He is out. God, that sucks. Sucks that Harris goes down already. But doesn't he look small? I mean, he looks small compared to this other beast that we have on the offensive line. Not saying whatever, but let's see when Deshaun runs. God, that's not Jupiter down there. Time to call Treader. Maybe Treader would come back after he sees that. I mean, if Treader's in playing shape, he's plug and play. Why not? First two passes look like Baker. Dang, man. Well, okay, the first pass was him. Second pass, he hit Schwartz in the numbers, and I'll be honest, Schwartz is not a good. He's not a good possession receiver. You get hit in the numbers like that as a professional, and you drop the ball. Forget it. So my dad's watching the game. Schlegel says the whole team. Well, Deshaun got hit too. Look at him. He took a. All right, who's the center now? All right, third down. Rushing 4. Wow, we ended up on the first drive 4 yards. Punt. Punt. Pretty bad first drive, boys and girls. But I'll tell you what, getting Dearness getting 4.5 yards of that run, turning something into nothing is actually pretty nice. Not gonna lie. All right, new punter. No longer Scottish Hammer, I saw punt. Ooh, that could have been a flag. We had a little movement there. That's returnable. Holding. No holding. No flag, even though there's blatant holding. Hilarious. Should I draft Nick Chubb in fantasy? I wouldn't draft him in the first round, but I think Chubb is definitely. I mean, he's gonna get production, so he's not a bad guy to have. But fantasy's different from regular football, you know. Oh, there was a penalty. There we go. There was holding. They saw the same thing I saw. I won't bring it up to Mike, but I was the fantasy football champion for Mike Ristano's league last year. Patting myself on the back. First time I won a fantasy football league since like 2006. Some people in this chat might not have even been alive in 2006. And that was the last time I won one. Hey, sorry for yelling. I just love football, and I'm camping, so I can't watch it. Why can't you watch it? Brownie post game's back, Ryan Burlow. You better believe it. Let's go. All right, defense. 3 wide receivers out to the right. Play action, rolling out. Guys covered. Heaves it downfield, and he's got his man. the Jaguars executed. Also daily YouTube, or also daily YT, I would assume that's YouTube. I mean, if you're on a mobile device, you're watching me somehow. So if you can watch me, you could also watch the game on streaming services. All right, so now they're just about at the 50-yard line. Let's see what they do. Trevor Lawrence steps back, passes it again, looks downfield, finds a man, rips. And my stream cuts out. My stream cuts out right like this. Let me do a quick refresh here. Did we pick it off? We pick it off. Look what happened. New subscriber, Razor. What's going on, Razor? Okay, now this other stream is a little bit lag behind, so now I'm behind a player too. Let's see. Did we get the pick off? Okay, trips, boom. We did not. Man, there's all these streams are cutting out. All right, let me go to the old YouTube TV. I actually didn't even look to see if I get this game locally. I just went right to a place that I found on the internet. Let's see, Browns. Cleveland Browns. Jaguars. 3 versions of it. Let's go. I'm watching on the legit stream, baby. Paid television. Paid TV. Jaguars are rolling. Running play, and he gets upfield and gets some yards. Oh my God! Ended up getting another 3 yards just spinning. Oh, that Etienne kid is going to be good. Streams East usually works, says Ryan. Second is 6. Oh, and there's a penalty. This is Cleveland Brown football, guys. We're playing against a bad team. Now, again, this isn't our first team, but it still is the team. We came out and crapped the bed in our first opening drive. Automatic first down. Let's try to hold them to a field goal. Dad saying how the first terrible. 2. All right. 1st and 10 in the red zone. We've got NFL Network always fly around games being played. They're stuck. I'm getting this on the local channel here in delivers. It's probably a first down or very close to it. No pressure on Trevor Lawrence, although we got to him at the very end, but he still delivered a great pass. Hey, we're going to get cable soon. I wouldn't even bother with cable, man. Don't bother with it. Just get YouTube TV. That's what I get. YouTube. It's the greatest thing ever. You have unlimited DVRs. You can get like I pay for the MLB network thing. It's awesome. 1st and goal for Trevor Lawrence here. We lost Treader and now maybe Harris. We definitely lost Harris. Don't get me wrong. We lost Harris. Running up. Hopefully we can hold him to a field goal here, although it's looking pretty ugly. Oh, let me check it out. Yeah, YouTube TV is where it's at, man. I wonder if I have an affiliate link. Like, can I refer somebody? Actually, I don't care. I wouldn't do that. I think they do say you can refer people for YouTube TV. Field goal would be nice. 2nd down and goal is what I got, guys. I don't know if we got. Yeah, we lost Nick Harris. 2nd play of the game, he looked like he blew out his knee. So we lost Nick. Trevor Lawrence drops back to pass, finds a guy, incomplete. 3rd and 6. Yep, here we go. 3G. That's, you know what happened to Harris is what happened is the same sort of thing, not exactly, but same sort of thing that happened to Jedrick last year. You know, opening game, and we just lose him. We need this stop. Let's go. 3rd down and goal. Trevor Lawrence steps back, got a guy. Incomplete, 4th down. Defense holds, and they're all excited about that. That if he would have caught the ball, he's going into the end zone. That was like a unforced error there. ETN. Greedy was plugging in. Kicking the field goal. Who's going to play center now? I didn't see who that was. Was that Blake Hans that came in? I don't know who came in. All right. All right, down 3-0. I think that's pretty good. I'll take 3 points after that opening drive. My Lord. Now, how nervous are you? Let me ask you this. How nervous are you the Cleveland Browns watching Nick Harris, your starting center, get his knee blown out on the first drive? Now, one of your 5 offensive linemen, starting offensive lineman, is gone, and your $230 million guaranteed investment is that much closer to getting touched by defensive players. That would scare me to death. It's like new subscriber Chris Crutchfield. Thank you, Chris. It's like getting a brand new car. And with Deshaun, it's not a brand new car, not like a rookie, but I would say he's like a very, very well maintained used car, like a used McLaren. All right, it's a great, and I have that on the mind because I saw 2 McLarens today, in the same parking lot. 2 McLarens. I was like, what is this? Like a fucking McLaren show going on? But that's what Deshaun is. You bought it secondhand, but it's still a beautiful car, and you paid probably, what did McLarens go for? Like $200,000 plus dollars. New subscriber 86 x86. What's going on? So you bought this $200,000, $300,000 car. You don't want to get it damaged. And now it's like you're driving it through a risky territory, right? That's what we got going on here. Jimmy's puckering up a bit, if you know what I mean. Offer JC a 20 and a pack of Bud Light to come back. I think the problem is with offensive linemen that have been in the league for a long time. Could JC come back and play? Probably. But, I mean, the constant head banging. Those guys who play in the trenches, they get hit every play. They get banged up. Their helmets hit stuff every play. And I think once you stop, you stop. Driving the car, it's all about yes, it's about to hail. And you got to get under the bridge or get home quickly and safe. I like that, Alan. What's being forgotten is 4 other teams wanted Watson. That's true. I mean, you think if the Steelers got him, they wouldn't have been giving us anything? Come on. We would be taking that ultra righteous high road if we would have lost. I would have lost my mind if the Steelers would have got Deshaun Watson. I would have lost my mind. I would have been very, very upset because I want, and I say this all the time, I want the Steelers to go through a long, just stormy season of quarterback play. I want the Steelers to go through the type of quarterback situation that I grew up with. The Bubby Brister era. I want the Bubby Brister era 2.0 in Pittsburgh. That's what I want. And for them to have gone out and tried to bought Deshaun after the allegations coming off of Big Ben, that would have been a bad move. So it was smart for them not to go after that. That would have been a terrible PR move. But nonetheless, here we are. Deshaun almost fumbled the handoff. This is This is weird, guys. We are looking at a $230 million guy who overthrew a first pass bad, had a second pass bad, and now couldn't handle a snap. Ooh, 2nd and 10 for the Browns on the 25. Here we go. Play action. Nope. Fumble! Holy crap, dude. Who dropped that? Was that the Ernest? Fumble. This is disgusting. I know we don't have Miles out there. I know we don't have these guys, but who was that? Ernest. Gone. Ernest dropped it. Whoever was out there saying that they're happy with Ernest Johnson being out there, are you sure about that? I know this is a preseason, but we sure about that? How many quarters will Watson play? I think 1. And I think the only reason why he's only going to play 1 quarter is because we don't want to have our offensive line be out there. We already lost 1. Imagine if we lost Wyatt Teller or Batonio. Defense. He was throwing. That was incomplete. And he was outside the pocket, so there's no intentional grounding or anything like that. We don't look like we want to play or even be ready. Not bad. Bro, he hasn't played in a year. He was destined to be nervous and rusty. Yep, I agree. I'm saying still, it would have been nice for him to come out and be like rock solid. Yeah, right? You feel me on that? Everybody would have liked him to come out and been this. But yeah, I think that's why we might see a little bit more of Deshaun. We might ask a little bit more of our team. Run up the middle. It's going to be a good 3rd and 9 on the 20-yard line. So getting into the red zone here. They'll probably end up with another field goal the way this is going. Who knows? But yeah, Mike, what channel is showing the game? I'm watching the local. What channel is this? I think it's the local Fox channel here in Orlando. I don't know what it is up in Northeast Ohio. Somebody up there is going to tell me. I think John said it was up there and somewhere locally in Columbus. Let's hold them to another 3. YOLO X Eats says. And guys, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. Consider becoming a member. Do all that kind of good stuff. Yada, yada. All right, 3rd down and 9. Trevor Lawrence drops back to pass. Good protection. Sees a guy, throws. Incomplete. No flag. Good job, guys. Good job, Browns. Okay, let's hold them. Looks like we held them another 3. YOLO X Eats, XO Eats. Dang, 2 starters out, 1 kick returner, and our center. Yeah. Fox. Michael Dayton. It's local Fox is where I'm watching it. And if you're not watching it on there, some people are saying that there's you can go to sportsurge.net. I didn't say that. I heard somebody said you can go to sportsurge.net and see the he made it. You could see some ways to watch the game not legally. I'm not telling you to do that. I heard that. I'm not doing that. I'm watching it on YouTube TV, and I can prove that because I pay for YouTube TV. All right. D's looking okay. Yeah, D's not looking bad. I mean, holding them to 3 points there. So now we're down 6 points. It's not the end of the world. It's a 1-possession game. Put in Jacoby. I don't think Jacoby's out today, E-Duff. He's not in. No. Imagine if we start calling for Jacoby, like, over Deshaun. My gosh. Okay. Does Baker play? Are the Panthers playing tonight too? Panthers play tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. I wonder if Baker's watching the game. Cleveland Channel 5, Columbus Channel 10. Thank you, AW. Watch live NFL. I don't know what this is, dude. I don't know what that is. I am watching NFL Pass. That down. I'm hiding that user. I don't know what that user is, but that guy's spamming. Yeah, spam. All right. We get the ball back. Let's see what we can do. We got this. Don places. We got this. Eat up. Baker will get sacked 6 times tomorrow. Maybe. Dylan DeCross. Yo, so I have YouTube TV, but it says blocked in your area. I'm in Cali. What do I do? Oh, crap. Ooh, why would they block it in your area? I guess you might be sportsurging.net. All right, here we go. Kickoff. Jaguars. All right, third offensive possession. Deshaun is back. I thought we were only going to get 2. Okay, here we go. Deshaun, what are we doing now? Go in motion. Who is that? Looks like a flag came in. Who's number 41? Holding. Peoples-Jones. My God. God. This is Browns football. This is typical Browns football. Oh, there's Kelly. John Kelly. I still think he should have been number 44. Such a miss and then having the junior on there. Just be Kelly, number 44. He was sold a crap load of jerseys. Complete pass. Six yards. My gosh. Okay. 2nd and 13. At 2nd and a manageable 13. I think he feels good. He got a pass. He completed one. I still think this is weird. We're watching Deshaun Watson play quarterback for us. All right, John Kelly in motion, heading out there to the far upper side of the screen. Deshaun takes the false start. This is Browns football, boys and girls. This is Browns football. Michael Dunn. Guys, get your SHIT together. It's a preseason. It's hilarious. This Jerry Springer BS is obviously described. This is hilarious because this is what people are going to be talking about. He's played half the quarter. 2nd and 18, pressure coming, holding again. Drop pass. Hit Schwartz. All right, can Schwartz never play football again? I'm done with Schwartz. All right. This is hilarious. So far, guys, this has been a bad start. Bad start. What is I got to look at the box score. Do we have a live box score here? All right, Browns. I don't want Browns.com. Deshaun is so far it says he's 1 for 4 for 7 yards. Pretty bad. So far, MVP of the game, our punter and the defense. Offense has 12 is it 12 yards? 11, I think 11 yards. I could be wrong here. 11 yards. David Njoku with that big contract is the MVP on offense with 1 catch for 7 yards. No, leave Watson in there. He signed up for this. He's getting $230 million for this. Leave him in. Jesus, you have one damn job. People are going to be saying Deshaun was a waste of money because of 1 quarter bad play. I think people know Deshaun's much better than this, but this is bad. This is it's so hard. Like you get so jazzed up to watch Browns football. You get so excited, all this stuff, and then this. I mean, the funny thing is the Baker lovers are going to be sitting there going, "You think Baker would have been 1 for 5 for 7 yards? 1 for 5 against Jacksonville?" My dad just texted me. Good thing this is preseason. I am yeah, Dad, you're right. Good thing this is preseason because this is Trash Panda territory. This is not good. Oh, I was referring to Schwartz, he says. Schwartz. I just tweeted out. Can we just never pass the St. Brown from them there? Passing the ball, these Schwartz. Drop. God, dude. This is hilarious. Okay. Can the defense hold once again? And how typical we recover a fumble after sack and it's a dead play. How convenient. Bro, been a Browns fan for 40 years. We invent ways to lose. Eduff. Correct. Ran the ball right down our throat for I don't know how many yards that was, but okay. Take it. New sub, that dog 70. Welcome that dog. Hey, NFL Pass guy, you can keep trying, but you're gonna keep getting nailed. I will ding you every time. Test me. This guy's like keeps creating new accounts to try to get his crap. What happened there? I missed the play. Missed the play because I was modding the chat. I think I'm gonna need more mods this year, guys. So, people that are gonna be with me, if you guys want to moderate chat, please let me know because we can't have, this NFL Pass guy coming back. Like, I'm sick of it. We need some more mods. John, I think John, you're out there. You have the ability to mod too. Oh, wide open, soft zone. That soft zone, baby. Joe Woods. Have we blitzed yet? Oh, okay. Good coverage by the defense on that one. Second and 12. Browns defense are single-handedly keeping us in this game. Oh, it's third and 12 now? Or did I get that wrong? My screen says second and 12. No. Why bot? No. Why bot not? All right, he got a couple yards. Monetization and it's illegal. That dog, what do you mean? What's illegal? I think Etienne, for all you fantasy players out there, and I'm one of them. I have my eye on him. He looks like he's running. He looks like he's running with some energy. Penalties, injuries, turnovers, and not even the second quarter. Welcome to Browns football 2022. Macaroni, streaming the game is legal. Yes, it is. I guess. I don't know. Blitz. We had a blitz. Still finds Etienne. Etienne is looking good, boys, in terms of your fantasy people. All right, Browns. That stinks. We had him on the ropes there. Isn't it illegal to stream NFL games on YouTube? I'm not streaming an NFL game on YouTube. I'm just talking. I'm talking live. We're having a watch party, and you can absolutely do this. This is not illegal. Watching J2. Watson to jail. Welcome to the channel. Typical lousy play. Yep. I am streaming the game. I am paying for YouTube TV. Hopefully you can't hear it through my headphones, and we're just talking about it. We're having a watch party. Damn, man. St. Browns. Typical lousy play. Is it wrong to ask if the Indians are winning? I don't know. How are the Mets doing? The Mets are playing. I'm a Mets fan, by the way. Mets are losing to the Phillies 1-0. For all you Mets fans out there who are along with me. Second and 7, coming down to the end of the first quarter here, guys. Probably get one more play out of it. Yes, we know we're having a discussion in a chat about it. Why you can't stream the game because it's illegal. Yep, there you go. Perfect. Sorry. Wasn't watching that for a second. Mets down. Thank you. Yes, the Indians are winning. All right. Do we have stream police on here? No. Eduf. Yes, YouTube will shut it down. Believe it or not, they will. I had my stream shut down several times when I was live streaming the NFL draft. I was like, oh, screw it. I'm just going to live stream it. Who cares? And I don't know if they would catch it if it was just the video. The video would, I don't know, but the audio they caught and it dinged me. My dad says, looks like the old Browns. Yep. This is going to be gross film for them to watch too, by the way. Like really bad film. I've got a bit. TIAA Bank. David Gerard. That's a blast from the past name. I don't know if you guys are seeing these same commercials, but there's a water treatment commercial featuring ex-Jaguar quarterback David Gerard. Now that's a guy who you could get as a backup quarterback who you could believe in. He was decent back in the day. You think the Browns come back? Do you feel like a Jags blowout? No, I don't think the Jags have the ability to blow out anybody. Indians and Cavs had different energy about them. They have a happy, fun energy. Browns definitely don't have a happy, fun energy. It's whatever opposite of happy fun is what the Browns have right now. What's your record prediction? I don't know. Like, I like being positive about the Browns, so I don't want to say this, but based on this, I don't know. Oh, Mets tied it up. Google's not saying they did. Did they just tie it up a second ago? Because they haven't updated on Google. Although I can watch both. I can watch both things. No, it's on Apple TV tonight. I think it's on Apple TV. Yeah, I can't. Well, I mean, I could, but yeah, they did. They tied it up. Thank you. I don't know how they tied it up, but it looks like Canis got an RBI and knocked in Alonso. Yeah, I don't know if we pay for Apple TV or not. I don't know. Ralph Geezy, what's going on? Welcome. Now, the weird thing about this particular thing, I use Streamlabs OPS to do all the streaming stuff. It doesn't give an alert for every subscriber. Now, if I was doing this on Twitch, it would. But for some reason with YouTube, there's like they don't ping the stuff enough. Jacksonville special incoming. What is Tim Couch doing at the moment? He's got to be like 40 now. Pick him up. I think Tim's older than 40. I mean, Tim was, well, he's probably about Tim's a little older than me, a little bit. We drafted him when he's 24. Yeah, he's probably a little bit. Tim Couch he's in good shape. If you ever see him follow him on Instagram. He posts like workout pictures. It's like he's shredded. He looks like he could be a stand-in for Thor. It's 4th and 2. Play action wide open. Touchdown. Hilarious. Talking MLB during a Browns preseason game. I mean, we're soon to be down 13-0 with our rusty $230 million quarterback and guys who can't catch. Anthony Schwartz is a track and field sprinter that we have tried to turn into an NFL wide receiver, and that experiment has not worked out thus far. Other than maybe like a flash in the pan in the Chiefs game last year. Okay, bing, 13-0. We are losing. Thank God I didn't pay to go to this game. Thank goodness. 6.5 minute drive, 13-0. Can you imagine if this whole Deshaun Watson thing goes south? Okay, I can't even think about it. I can't. Or watch Josh Rosen comes in and starts lighting it up. That'd be funny. How many of these like wonky like upstart fantasy football, gambling sites are going to come out? There's just another one that got listed there. Jack going for it. Hilarious. 45 years old. Tim Couch is huge. He hit the gym big time. Yeah. Tim Couch is he's in good shape. He's Brady's age. Give Timmy tissue. I have a Tim Couch starting lineup on my wall. Mint in box. I like Tim Couch. I always liked Tim Couch. I was a Tim fan even during like the end of his career where he kept getting injured and we kept going to Kelly Holcomb. I still like Tim Couch. All right. Thank God I didn't pay for a subscription to stream this. Jimmy G on the phone at the moment. Told y'all Jackson is surprised this season. I don't think the Jags are going to be bad. I think this Travis Etienne guy is going to be a productive beast. New subscriber Chi064. Chai underscore 064. Welcome. Watson is watching on bench. Honestly, I'd probably put him on the bench at this point because I think we've seen enough. He's not ready yet. He's not. He needs some more reps. So if we think that after 6 to 8 games he's going to come back and be Deshaun Watson for the Texans after this performance, he looks like a deer in headlights. If you look at him, he's just like, that's how he looks out there. Yeah, I'd bench him. 7 needs rep. I don't think 7's playing. I think 7's out today. Favre stash. Boom. Down goes Bradley. Didn't tell who that was. Bradley. Can Bradley catch passes that hit him in the numbers? I've seen enough Anthony Schwartz. My takeaway from this game is I've seen enough Anthony Schwartz. I've seen enough. My all-time favorite Browns player and should be in the hall, Clay Matthews Sr. I like Clay Matthews too. I thought he was a good player. All right, we have Dobson. And we lost, it looks like Ford had his first carry from -3 yards. Guys, this is Jags Dougie P. Duval. Oh my God, what a disaster of a game for these guys. Oh, the earnest. They're showing all the bad plays for the Browns. This is all the national media, all the media is going to be talking about this. Is how bad Deshaun played and how bad our team looked, and then we lost Nick Harris. Dobbs looking sharp, firing out balls, completion. I don't know who 16 is. I still don't know who he is. I'll have to update the stats here. I don't know who that was. My stats still see 1 completion for 7 yards from David Njoku. All right, 3rd and 5. Can Dobbs lead us to a first down? Oh, dump it. Oh, we got it. Nice. Good pass there. To a guy, again, I've never heard of. Fordenstall? Don't know who that is. A guy who's not going to make the team. Bro, let's do a shot. I love it. E-Duff, you're my guy. Thank you for being a subscriber. Josh Dobbs, who's quarterback 1, says macaroni boy. That was that catch was Javon Wims. Up the middle run. Ooh, look at Ford go. Uh-oh. He looked like he might have come up gimp there, though. That looked like he might have been a hamstring-ish. No. Jerome Ford with a big play. That was good. He got his -2 yards back for sure on that one. I can't say it was a block from Stanton. It was just daylight. He might have. Did you guys see what I saw where he kind of like stuttered there? I would hate if he had that run and he pulled a hammy on it. I'd put 20 money line on the Browns. Dobbs is balling. Oh, that could have been a face mask. All the gifs currently out there about Dobbs. They're all Steelers gifts. I found one Dobbs gift that he's wearing his college polo with Myles Garrett popping up. Dobbs with another completion. Felton, that's close to a first down. They may have given it to him. Third down, third and very close. They said first and goal. Yola says first and goal. It looked like it was third, though. Told you, Josh Dobbs is the man. Who knows? Boom. Oh, that was Kelly. That wasn't Felton. John Kelly can play. I liked him last year. I don't hate him this year. How can people be mad at Stefanski when now it's all going to be about Oh, that's so funny. That's so funny. Twitter's going nuts right now. I can't even look at it. All right. First and goal on the 7. We are in the red zone. We are deep. It is a handoff. It looks like it's around the corner. Close. I like that number 34 there. That's I like that number 34 on with the Browns running back. Mr. Ford. I can tell you, I like that. It's nice seeing a running back with the number 34. Obviously, you guys know who I'm talking about. All right, second and goal from the 2. Play action. Please play action this. Snap it. Nope. Run. Stuffed. That's what I said. That was the perfect time to do play action. And we just ran it up the middle and got stuffed too. It's like not a lot of excitement coming in there. Oh, stuffed. All right, now I guess we're gonna pass. Why was there not? I mean, Forestall. Miller Forestall is our leading receiver right now. 1 catch for 11 yards. All right, third and goal. Looks like pressure's coming from the right side. We hand it off again. Daylight, touchdown, Jerome Ford. I like it. All right, we're on the board, guys. It's a game. 13-7. It's a Ford Fiesta. Number 34, baby. Okay. Looks like we got ourselves another running back. And it is Michael Dunn in there. Took over for center, interestingly. I have no business getting this worked over preseason. It's going to be a long and hormonal sober season. Jake Trotter, 1 minute. Jerome Ford making a statement tonight. I love media tweets. He's built Ford tough. We have 4 starting caliber running backs, says Dave at Big Play, with time to be alive. McNeil, 14 minutes ago. New subscriber, mix it up. All right, mix it up. What's going on? Mix it up, reality. McNeil says Browns down 6-0, looking like crap. Cleveland fans, Guardians up 5-0. Everybody's ignoring the Guardians. I'm not a Guardians fan or a Cavs fan or really any other Cleveland sport fan, so I don't know what that feels like. I am, as we've talked about here for a second, a Mets fan, and we're currently in a deadlock 1-1 game with the Fighting Phils. 5 plays for the Browns offense, and all 5 bad. Nick Harris carted off. I'm seeing if there's any updates. Honestly, like, can we get the Ford Fiesta? Can we make the Ford Fiesta a thing when he scores a touchdown? I don't know how many he's going to get, but if we can make the Ford Fiesta a thing, that'd be great. What can you watch on? I'm watching on YouTube TV, but I pay for it. So there are other ways. And if you use Google, you shall be able to find it. Who are the Guardian? Who are the Guardian? I don't know. Is anybody in chat a Brown season ticket holder? These painter hats are hilarious. Everybody's crapping their pants over Jerome Ford. Like, literally so reactionary. Nick Padone says, just preseason, but Jerome Ford already really looks like he belongs. I'm going to have so much fun memeing Anthony Schwartz tomorrow on Twitter. If you guys aren't following me on Twitter, I highly recommend it if you're into Browns memes. I'm going to come in hot tomorrow on that. All right, CJ Beathard is now in for the Jags. What can CJ do now with the Jags? Can he maintain this 13-7 lead? I don't know. CJ drops back, screen pass, dumps it off, catches up 5-6 yard gain. That's how you do it. We have 4 starting caliber running backs, and we can't run that very. We have a flag. Looks like it was a roughing the passer, below the knee type thing. Good job, guys. Way to turn that into a 15-yard gain on top of that. Jerome Ford has solidified his RB2 spot. Come on, guys. Acceleration. Ford got his feet settled. Trevor Lawrence looked pretty good tonight, guys, and Travis Etienne, I think, was the one that stood out to me the most about that guy's going to be productive. I guarantee it. Trevor Lawrence, 6 for 12 and a touchdown. Productive. They are the Cleveland baseball team. Mm-hmm. CJ Beathard is already. Let me see. Let's get an update on the stats. They have not updated CJ's stats yet, but I believe he's got as many, if not more yards than Deshaun. In just 3 plays. But 3rd and 15. This is a big play for the Brownies. Backing up into very soft offense. He's got a guy, overthrows him like a backup quarterback oftentimes does. 4th down, CJ is walking off the field. He's like he's not even a poor man's Fitzmagic. He with the beard, he's a downtrodden, homeless, really, I don't know what else to say. Whatever the word is for unemployable, that's what he is. Version. I'm not saying he is unemployed, but he's obviously employed. Version of Fitzmagic. All right, Browns punt. Let's see who's got that. It gets out of bounds. And Browns will take over probably like right around the 15-ish and 12-yard line. Josh Dobbs coming out swinging hot. 3 for 3, 28 yards. Imagine if Josh Rosen comes out and starts doing it. In Schwartz, we drop. Sarcasm of the Guardian's name. I don't accept it. Oh my gosh. Wyatt Teller's wife is on Twitter tweeting. I like Carly. She's a Hokie. I'm a Hokie. Happens. Are there any other football games going on right now? Or is it just the Browns? NFL games today. Okay, we got the Jets, Eagles, Falcons, Lions. We got a whole bunch of games. The Bengals are playing. Let's check in. Eagles are winning 14-0 against the Jets. Zach Wilson went 3 for 5, 24 yards, and an interception. Mike White currently in for him. Jalen Hurts, 6 for 6, 80 yards and a touchdown. Jalen Hurts is going to be good, guys. Just so you know. I'm buying stock in Jalen Hurts. Not because of this, because of how he played last year. I'm buying stock. And he's got weapons now. He's got weapons. Schwartz just needs the jugs machine. I don't know what that means. Serious though, when I heard where they got the Guardians name from, I lost it. Should have just called them the Tribe. It's a change, but acceptable. I think the Tribe still kind of like walks the fine line of that. But like, how have the Braves and the Chiefs gotten away with it? You know? I don't know. It's just weird that like there's a line that we draw at like what it is. I mean, I get it. I get it with the Redskins. That, I mean, literally the skin color is what they name their team. That's problematic in these days. But the Guardians, I think it was the Guardians because it kind of looks like the Indians. Like the name looks similar. And with the Ians part of it. But honestly, they probably should have just gone back to the Spiders. They were the Cleveland Spiders at one point, then go back to the Cleveland Spiders, and everybody would have been like, hey, let's go watch the Spideys. But I heard the reason why they didn't do that is because they thought they were going to get into some legal battle with Disney over like the name or whoever owns Spider-Man, Sony, over Spider, like the Spider-Men or whatever. But to me, Ooh, 4 for 4 now with Josh Dobbs. As long as he's still in there, which I assume. I don't. Yep, there he is, Josh Dobbs. I mean, maybe we go with Dobbs, baby. Jacoby who? Maybe I was wrong, and Josh Dobbs is the guy. Jack Coleman, my guy Jack Coleman over there on Twitter saying Perrion looks good. For all those watching the Browns game, 3-run Jose homer, 8-0 Guardians. Guardians are winning. Mets still 1-1 in the fourth. TD Ford. Ooh, looks like Ford just took a shot in the hip. He's up. He's not. He's playing it tough. That was another good play for Ford. Was that a screen pass or was that a run? I didn't catch that. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to text, tweet, check the Mets game, look at the Brown stats, watch the game, and stream live on YouTube. I'm multitasking here. 3rd and 1. What are we doing? We running Dobbs up QB sneak, handing it to John Kelly. Certainly not going to be a pass. He didn't get it. 4th and 1. Go for it, guys. No, we're not going to go for it right there, though. I'd be shocked. Exactly. Falcons Lions playing. The Jugs machine. The Jugs machine is the machine that the wide receivers use to practice catching. Yeah. I think we're past the point with that with Schwartz. I agree, Eduff. He needs more than just that. And Farva Stash says, I don't disagree. Denny Schwartz. That's that ominous stat line. 0 receptions, 0 yards. What? 2 drops? And to be fair, he was wide open on the first play that Deshaun missed him by, half a mile. Welcome to Florida, Jake. The boos when Watson took the field, fans were cheering on both drops from his. Well, no kidding. He's in Jacksonville. Will Wadka. All right, back to the game. 1st and 10. We got CJ back at it. Running play up the middle. Stuffed 3 yards, maybe. Not bad. Everybody in chat, so far, are we liking what we're seeing or not? Based on the amount of viewers, I'm thinking that people are kind of bored by this in terms of, what they're seeing on, I don't know if it's me or if it's the game. Maybe it's both. Throw Schwartz a nerf. He would still probably drop it. He's a sprinter. You should just let him run fast. But the thing that I thought we were bringing him on the team to do, which was return kicks, he doesn't even do that. So Schwartz, what is he good for? Dropping bunch of passes. Sing it again. Good God, y'all. What is Schwartz good for? I'm actually more interested in watching Carolina tomorrow, sad to say. Farva's. Yeah, I mean, there's going to be a lot of people watching Carolina. If Baker goes out there and lights it up, yikes. Running play up the middle. And he's stuffed. I want to say thanks for everybody for hanging out with me tonight. We've been live for 2 hours and 14, almost 2 hours and 15 minutes. I don't typically do these watch parties. I like to watch the games and then do the pre and post game show. We're just having one big, long, continuous show tonight. So Snoop Connor. He's a new name. I don't recognize that name. Do play a lot of fantasy football. He might be a guy trying to make the team. Ooh, the Browns got to him. Is that Winfrey? Isaac Rochelle. Is he the TikTok guy? Isaac Rochelle is the TikTok guy. Good for him. I follow that guy. Well, I mean, I wasn't following him before, and then when he got to the Browns, I obviously started following him on TikTok. I have a Brownie post game TikTok. I don't really do anything. I just kind of like follow hot girls on that. I mean, I really don't do anything other than that. My feed is like sports stuff and then girls dancing, right? So when I'm watching it, I can't like watch it at the dinner table because the kids are around. Then I don't want them to see any of that crap. But it's fun when I'm just scrolling through. I'm like, yeah, every once in a while you get bam, some dance. TikTok is a very addictive platform. But anyway, I do follow Isaac, and he and his wife have a TikTok channel that is 1 million followers right now. 28 million likes. That's crazy. Like this guy is he's like the king of TikTok. And he's on the Browns, which is it's pretty awesome. All right, we're at the 2-minute warning here in the second quarter. Baker lighting up a practice, shocker, news reports. I think Baker's a good quarterback, guys. I don't think he's that bad. I don't get the hate that he got. You know, I think that there was a lot of people that hated him for a lot of reasons. A lot of Ohio State people hated him for planting the flag, never really got over that. Some people just didn't like his attitude. Some people didn't like his wife. But at the end of the day, like he wasn't a bad quarterback. Yeah, and there were some really good moments, and I will always remember those good moments. But I'm a realist. I understand that, you know, there was an opportunity to move up in talent. We haven't seen that yet so far. Josh Dobbs, if Deshaun would have came out 4 for 4, 41 yards, like the Joshua Dobbs stat line, everybody would be happy. But like Austin, Joshua Dobbs better than Watson. I mean, how hilarious would that be if we got into oh man, what was the situation? Like a Kirk Cousins RG3 situation, or even before that. Okay, who was? Keep me honest here, guys. When the Redskins, that was the name in the past, drafted Heath Schuler, and then they had another guy who ended up being the guy. Who was Heath Schuler? Lost his job to who did he lose? Gus Farad. So maybe Josh Dobbs is our Gus Farad. Right? We spent all the money, invested everything, all the draft picks in our version of Heath Schuler. That would be awful. Obviously, Deshaun Watson's not Heath Schuler. Come on. He's just rusty. Oh, we're gonna get to him again. That could be a flag. That is intentional grounding. He did not get outside the thing. Holding defense. Wow. Holding defense on a clear. Did the Browns change our helmets this year? Do our helmets look a different shade of orange to anybody else? Is that just me? They're orange. It almost looks like a Pepto-Bismol orange. Do we change our helmet color? That would be a tragedy. They don't look bright orange to me. They look like, it could be the TV. It could be the TV. It's got to be the TV. It's got to be the hue of my monitor because that can't be right. Yeah, Baker hit a ceiling, couldn't get beyond. Seriously, the talent around you. Yeah, I mean, even if he did, he's good enough to play in the NFL. That's for sure. And we try to make an upgrade. Oh man, CJ Beathard drops it in there. Just drops it right in there. Looking like he looks like he's a Case Keenum wannabe right now. He actually looks like Case Keenum. If you would have told me that was Case Keenum, I would have been like, yep, that's Case Keenum. Jones with the catch. I don't know who Jones is. We're now into backup player land. Very deep into backup player land. It's so weird watching the Browns defense without Myles Garrett, Denzel Ward, Greg Newsome. JOK was out there. I saw that. But, duh. An update on the Mets game, by the way. The Mets are still tied 1-1 with the Phillies. We got Max Scherzer going tonight. Going against Suarez for the Phillies. Oh, picked off. And this could be a pick six. He's got to beat a tight end. Who is that? Pick six, baby. No flag? Heck of a play. Trying to see if I can find an Emerson gif. Martin Emerson. He was our third round draft pick. Heck of a game. Martin Emerson steps up. I like pick sixes in the preseason. And 2 extra points in a row. Don't let the fact, just tweeted this, don't let the fact that we just had a rookie take an interception to the house distract you from the fact that we made 2 consecutive extra points. Restano just got back from the beach, half cocked. To pass in the showdown. Also, our center was just carted off the field. Fucking fat. Here we go. Browns have the lead here. If you would have told me the Browns were going to have the lead going into the end, I would have been like, nah, you're wrong. No way. We're going to take it to half. We're going to take it to half, and that could be that. My God. Well, guys, thank you very much. I think let's call it. My wife's gonna be home soon with my daughter, and I got to do some goodnight type stuff. Thank you guys for hanging out. Thank you guys for all the new subscribers, all the old guard, old Brownie post game guard. Thanks for being back. We're obviously, for anybody new, we do pre and post games. We do Wednesday show. I'm gonna do Mike in the car. Follow me on Twitter as well, so you get all the updates there. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me tonight. I didn't have my co-hosts. Restano was out of the mix. I think he was at the beach or something today. I don't know what he was doing. Restano was out. My dad was out. It's just me going empty backfield. If you guys remember from the old YouTube days, Mike's empty backfield days. So thanks for hanging out with me tonight. And I hope we win the game. We'll see how this goes. Go Browns. Go Tribe. And we'll see you next preseason game. We'll go live again. All right. Adios, y'all.